Yes, architecture and history is very important for African Americans. Oftentimes we look at the lack of history on early African American architects and their contributions in what we reference as the New World. Architecture is divided into three main stylistic areas: Spanish, English, and French. And when you look at North America, or the United States of America, there are three very dominant styles of architecture. The architecture that was brought over from France, the architecture that was brought over from Spain, and the architecture from England. You think about the original 13 colonies, English architecture. You look at the Midwest, French architecture. New Orleans comes to example. You think about West Coast and California, Spanish influence. However, the dominant person in all three of those areas was the African. The Africans brought here, enslaved, to build this new world. But there's no influence that is spoken of or documented on the African influence on American architecture. And so today, there's no secret that there's less than 1.5% African American architects in the country. No secret that there's less than 0.3% of them are African American females. This is less than 2,000 total African American architects in the country. It's less than 600 women African American architects in the country. My colleague, Dr. Henry Louis Gates at Harvard, often quotes that wherever you go in history, there have been black people who have been making contributions, but their contributions have been obscured, they've been lost, and they've been buried. It's important for African American people to be engaged in architecture so that we can unexcavate the rich legacy of people who have built and designed and are continuing to sustain these rich places that represent our American history and culture.